Welcome to Weight Loss Wednesday vlog week 4. I am Deb. Welcome to my channel. Last night I learned that my story that I wrote for Love What Matters was published. And I was hit with so many emotions as I read my own story. If you're here because of my story, thank you so much for being here and for the support. I hope you can hear me because I do have my car running because it is hot. I am a domestic abuse survivor, if you don't know, and I've been on a weight loss journey, and I started sharing my story and to actually go through the past back to that younger self, that younger child, and right from that part was a very, very emotional time for me. Stuff that I thought that I healed from. I guess I had these trapped emotions that I was still not ready to release. And looking over my old photos, and most of my photos as a teenager that, they wanted me to submit photos, and most of them, the family that I lived with, I'm cut out of them because I cut myself out of the photos. That's how low my self-esteem was, and I would tear them up and throw them away. And I wish I could see that younger child, see her eyes, see what she felt. I think it's so important to allow yourself to feel. So when my story was published last night, I think it was published earlier that day, but I read the email that night saying it had been published. And I opened it and I read each and every word, and I'm telling you, the first thought was, I need to go to the gym. I need to get out of here. My husband's at home in the back reading. My youngest daughter is home. I need to get out. I need to get out now, because I wanted to cry my eyes out because I felt so many emotions. And I thought, no, I need to be happy now. I need to be happy now. So I put on meditation music, I had the earbuds in, I got on my mini trampoline, I was doing the health bounce. I had the timer set for 11 minutes, and I'm telling you, I was facing the bookshelf, the wall. The tears were flowing. I cried until that timer went off, and then I sat on the sofa and I cried more. Releasing those emotions and feeling those emotions was the best thing that I could have done for myself. Because I think, I don't want to go back in time. I don't want to go back in past. But if there's these emotions within and they're trapped in there and you don't know how to release them, and you keep suffocating that and running from that, just speaking from my own personal experience, you're going to keep dealing with this. And I believe that we can all come to a place of healing and a place of love and a place of forgiveness. And that's why I shared my story, as traumatic as it was for me to go through that part, to that 16-year-old girl, that younger girl. It was very, very hard and very emotional. And I'm glad that I asked God, when I sat on the sofa and I was still crying, and my youngest daughter came in and said, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" And I said, "Sometimes I just cry." I couldn't even explain what I was going through. I feel myself getting emotional now, but I could not explain what I was going through in that moment because it was so many emotions hitting me at once. And then she went back in the bedroom, and I thanked God for giving me, I said, "God, give me additional time just to be alone." And He gave me that time because she didn't come in until after I had stopped crying. She could see that I was crying, but my husband stayed in the back the whole time. He ended up falling asleep on the sofa. But I'm glad I shared my story, and I was so scared to go on Instagram because, the link is in the bio and it's on Instagram, and I was so scared to go on there and just, what is my family going to think, and what are my friends going to think, and what are my children going to think? I didn't even share half of the stuff that I went through because I couldn't. Releasing that part of myself is painfully beautiful, and going through that part of the past to doors that I'm finally allowing myself to open wasn't planning on getting emotional in this video. I'm happy that this week I stayed on track with my food. I did not turn to junk food. I didn't go in the stores and hit the junk food, because I've been doing, working with this for a few weeks. I would get questions and I would answer the questions, and I would get hit with so many emotions, and I was always given the opportunity by God to be alone and cry by myself and go through that part of the healing. I think it's very important to allow yourself to feel instead of running, instead of hiding. I did it for so long because I was scared to feel. I was scared to open. I was scared to really trust anyone. And I don't want to ever close my heart again. And I still struggle with trust sometimes. Because, being hurt by my mom, by my dad, by my first husband, my second husband, it's been a very, crazy time, very emotional time, and I wanted to feel as normal as possible. So I locked everything inside. It needed to stay. It couldn't come out. Maybe at the time I wasn't ready to release it. Maybe I thought it would break me. Maybe I just didn't have it in me to do it at that time. I used to think that I was weak. I was told that I was weak. And for someone to endure what I endured, or with anyone else that is going through, abusive relationships and has been told that they were stupid and made to say that they were stupid and feel stupid and hit and smacked and had terrible things done to them mentally and physically, and you got through that, you are a survivor, you are amazing, you are powerful, and take that with you. No matter what you're going through, take that with you, that you were doing well, that you were surviving, that you can come back to love. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a therapist. So I guess I should mention that as a disclaimer. This is just me speaking as a woman that was abused mentally and physically, even tortured. I was married to a psychopath. I just, I didn't know that at the time. I hid everything, all the emotions, everything stayed hidden. I went to work as normal. I acted normal, or maybe I wasn't. I don't know what people saw in me, because you don't really see yourself. You don't see that part of you. Some people don't realize their beauty. They don't see that there may be a message of hope. I didn't really, plan on doing this video as my weight loss vlog, but with my story being released yesterday, published, and sharing that, I feel that I need to say that. I say the journey has been painfully beautiful, because it has. You're going through this darkness, through these doors, and it is painful and it hurts. And then you come out through the other side and you see beauty and you feel love and you can feel happiness and joy. I just went to the gym and worked out because I needed to get my week at least one day in. Today's Saturday. I had to get at least one day in at the gym, because to be honest, I haven't felt like eating, but I made myself eat. I haven't felt like exercising, and I didn't. Maybe that's what my body needed at the time, is just to feel and process everything and just do nothing. Maybe nothing for you is working out. Maybe nothing for you is taking a long walk. Maybe nothing for you is taking a nap. Maybe that nothing for you is talking to a friend. I think we should all be allowed to just do nothing sometimes, so that we can feel, so that we can heal. That was a lot released. I don't want to edit this video, so I'm going to keep it as is. But if you read my story, thank you. And I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. I never ever want anyone to feel sorry for me. I don't think of myself as a victim. I think of myself as a survivor. And survivors need to share their story. They need to be a voice. They need to be a message of hope for others that are struggling, that feel like they can't get through. You're never alone. There's always someone out there going through the same thing as you. I really hate crying on camera, I really do. Because I definitely don't want my children to see me crying and feeling bad. I do cry, you know, now I let myself cry, and if they see me, I just say I'm going through something, but I don't really, I try to be positive because I don't want anybody to feel negative, feel my weight on their shoulder, to feel down, to feel sad. But I do believe that I have a message and I have to share it, and I don't want to go back in the past. I don't want to go back in time, but sometimes I feel that, well, as recently, I feel that it's there. I thought it was all released. I thought I was fine. I thought everything was good, but it wasn't. It was still here, still in my heart, still waiting. That inner child was still waiting to be freed, to feel that love, to feel that it's okay to release it. If you like my video, please share it for anyone that needs it. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. And I thank you for being here. Remember that you are beauty and you are powerful. And I love you very much if no one has ever told you, or you've never felt love. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being on this journey with me. Have an amazing, beautiful, blessed day.